Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today we're going to be going after Every Hunter's Dream 3, which is essentially where you actually start getting the tickets for the next rocket sword. Now I'm just going to tell you, if you're like me and you're undergeared, I wouldn't recommend doing this solo Fidolo first time unless you just want to prove to yourself, like me, that you can do it. Because, brother, I'm going to tell you, this was miserable. Oh, it was miserable. And you better make damn sure you have all your restoratives on you. Yep. Even just having one other hunter in this fight makes a world of difference. Even just one SOS. Because of trying to fight both of these things at once. And you better have your pep jewel 3. You better. I don't care what you gotta do, you better make room for that. If you don't, you lose. Basically. I mean, you probably could do it without, but fuck it. You know, I figured 5% crit, I'd rather just not be able to fall asleep. Because that's totally going to be worth more here. And I stand by that decision. So, yeah. As soon as I get all my stuff done here, I was like, I'm going to need traps for this. This is one of the only times I ever decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to use traps. That's how bad I was expecting this to be. I was expecting this to be terrible. And in my defense, it was pretty terrible. So yeah, they're right near each other, right in the middle, so the only real hope you have is to try and pull one all the way over to here and hope it doesn't aggro the other one. I'm gonna tell you, it's probably gonna aggro the other one fairly quickly. At least it always did with me. I did this 2 times. Succeeded both times, so I guess there's not much of a choice to watch this now. You already know what happens. But the first time I did it solo, second time I joined someone else's thing. And that one was so much more fun. See, if I didn't have Pep Jewel, I would have fell asleep already. And I still argue I was not in that. Unless that was just supposed to be AoE, because it did not look like AoE. There's going to be a lot of annoying parts where you go, Jesus, you know, you aren't even hitting the thing. Yeah, I know, thank you very much. I understand that. I knew that. Believe me, I wasn't blind to that fact. This is one of the worst weapons I could have ever done this with, if you ask me. Yeah, greatsword. I mean, look at this. He's sitting in the frickin' thing. He's just sitting in it. He doesn't care. That was bad timing, but still. I was like, so long as the Nargacuga doesn't get aggro, man, I'll be fine. I was a little early on that one. If the Nargacuga gets aggro at the same time as this thing gets aggro, though, it might not be too fine. Because as we remember, I had a decent enough trouble with Nargacuga. Never mind fighting Nargacuga and Nightshade Paolumu at the same time. Nightshade Paolumu wasn't exactly difficult, he's just annoying as piss. But you could throw them together with the Nargacuga. Huh. Well, basically the only thing I can offer for this is if you want to try this strategy, don't ever mount Nightshade Paolumu. Just don't do it. Because he will fly toward Nargacuga. Why don't you just go ahead and ask me how I know? You'll find out soon enough. You'll find out soon enough how I know this. Because I was like, I'm gonna be Mr. Smarty Pants here soon enough, I think. Yep, that was kind of scary. So, there's no real strategy here as far as how do you kill both of these at once. You essentially kill one as fast as you can, and then you try and kill the other. That's it. Speed racing, basically. Which, as we know with my greatsword, I'm not proficient in that whole speed racing debacle, so this is where I got cute and where things kind of went off the rails. Because as soon as first thing he does, help me, Forrest, help me. and runs right on over to his ass. So now we in it. Hell has come proper, gentlemen. This is not a position you ever want to be in this fight when you are undergeared. This is hell. So I was like, I just gotta get as much fucking damage as I can, use this thing as a shield, and just try and get as much as I can done here. That's all I can do. Because now I'm trapped by two very pissed off things in a corner. And they're both very aggressive. So my first thing, of course, is I'm going to try and separate them using this here divide. Haha, that should work, right? And to my credit, it kind of worked. Worked really well. So, you know, that's something you can do if you have the opportunity for it. It's kind of hard to pull it off. You can do it. Now, the other thing I had trouble with in this fight was right here. You'll notice I'm trying to get him out of the corner. Well, this thing don't want to leave the corner, it said. It just said, no, I'm good in this corner, man. I know you can't hit me in here, so I'm just gonna fucking stay here. At least that's how it felt like. I'm not doing much to try and get him out of the corner, but I'm trying to get him out of the corner by not sitting underneath him the whole time. Now, this fight may look like cancer, because it is cancer, if you're soloing it with a high-rank weapon. But that's nothing new to me. I did this all the time in 3U. The first one that I remember doing something like this was, I think it was Kurapeko and possibly Raytheon, I think. I don't think it was, maybe it wasn't Raytheon. I don't remember what the first arena 3U was, but there was some terrible fight in 3U where I was still using a low-rank weapon and a high-rank hunt, fighting two things in an arena. So this is not totally unfamiliar to me. It's just not the most fun thing to do if you enjoy, you know, not fucking sucking. And keep in mind the fact that, you know, using a greatsword on Paolumu itself is not exactly what most people recommend. He's freaking up in the air. You know, I've seen people use heavy bow guns, bows, light bow guns, basically anything that has any kind of reach. Even a longsword would probably be better than this. Just because it does have the higher vertical range. Hell, switch axe would probably even be better. Though I don't really want to try and use a switch axe against Paolumu. That would just be annoying as shit, I would imagine. But, yeah, I was going to try and be Mr. Big Fancy Pants there, but I was too far forward. Otherwise, I would have chopped him right in the tail. First, I was like, holy crap, how long does this bridge stay up? You know, how long does that actually work? And then it was like, not very long. So I'm like, okay, he hasn't reacted. Get over here. I don't want the both of you again. Get over here. Too late. Shit. So, those things don't reset until like a minute after the thing went down. So you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it for until that resets. And then this is where the fight properly goes off of the rails. Because once this fight goes off of the rails, there's no getting it back on. If you aggro both, they're aggroed both till the end of time. You just gotta try and take advantage of that thing falling asleep. You only get 3 of those, so you better make use of them. That's why I was kind of just going balls to the wall. I'm like, I gotta fucking get some damage in while that thing's asleep, yo. Wasn't doing a very good job, but I was trying. That was bad. I was on the wrong part of the thing. Anyway, he's back up. So I got, what, 3 hits in? Not exactly great for that thing being asleep. And if I have to give any kind of advice fighting more than one thing at once, you should always, in my opinion, prioritize not getting hit. I would not prioritize getting hits in. Because I'll tell you, even with a high-rank weapon, playing as conservatively as I am, you will have enough damage to kill stuff. Alright, so just keep that in mind. You will. So don't think you're gonna, you know, be stuck. And yes, that was pretty fucking awesome. At least I felt that was. That was pretty cool. Right before he went to sleep, he tried to screw me. I said, no. No, screw you. So as is my creed, once I have an opportunity to get damage in, I don't care how minuscule it is, I will take said opportunity with a greatsword, even if it isn't optimal and hitting it in the buttocks. That was not the appropriate thing to do, I don't think. Nope, it worked pretty well, actually. I mean, it kind of fucked me there a little bit, but hey, at least I tackled through the projectiles. And got a little more damage in. These things have loads of health, just because they're in master rank, or at least it seems like that's why. And yeah, I didn't think I was going to land that, but you can't blame a guy for trying with the true charge. At this point, I wasn't fucking around. I was trying to, you know, make sure that I was really just trying to aim purely for the Paluma. I wasn't really trying to hit the Nargacuga much. I figured once the one was dead, it would be a lot easier, right? So I'm like trying hard, just try and kill this thing as fast as I can, which is not very fast, I understand that. But I was trying. That's what matters. And I had a shield, and in the shield was Paluma. Use these shields when they give you the opportunity, because those attacks cannot go through enemies, so you can kind of use one as a shield from the other at times if you position yourself correctly. Just, you know, be aware of that. That's about the only real reprieve you have here, is just being able to hide behind one while swinging at the other. Of course, you actually have to be, you know, intelligent enough to know when to swing, unlike me. But that comes with time, at least from what I understand. Is he asleep again? Oh, no, I guess not. And I couldn't really see him do that. I'm still going to argue, so that was a little bit screwy. I was like, oh, the things are up again. Haha, this should be fun. Right? I did it once before, why not do it again? See, the problem was they stopped right on the edge. They stopped right in the middle. You don't stop right in the middle, game. I should have done right there. Well, I guess I tried. The game's just like, nope. You gotta fight two at once, man. There ain't none of this 1v1 shit again. No, that'd be too easy. You can't have that. You gotta go hard 2v1. That's what you gotta do. Or something. Because the game is not having this shit. Not again. I was like, okay, as long as you come over here. Come over here. Not you. The other one. But the game doesn't really want to play ball. Not this time. And yeah, that shit does bleed you, as I found out. But even if it doesn't hit you, you can just walk over it, stub your toe, your foot's bleeding. And here I was like, well, what in the fuck side of the thing is he on? He's literally in the middle. Well, shit, I guess it don't matter now. So yeah. This was a whole lot of nothing. I got shit all done for about a minute here. Didn't get a single thing done. Because they just sit in the goddamn middle. They don't sit on one side or the other. They sit in the middle. You see it as well as I do. Well, now they're sitting on one fucking side. Jacking off over there together. I don't know what they're doing. Now, the problem with my plan here was that I was on the wrong side. And I forgot that at the time. But I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I'm getting some damage on Nargacuga while I'm here. You know, why not? Why the fuck not? So, yeah, that'll help later in the fight, right? Get back used to his moveset over again. Because, you know, nothing more fun than fighting this thing as a greatsword user. Though, to be fair, it is a pretty decently fun fight as a greatsword user. You just gotta actually use your brain a little bit, which is something I don't do that often, so... You know, the one thing I never understood is why Paluma can't just fly over the fence. I guess it's the reason why Paluma can't just fly out of the arena. I mean, there's nothing above that says the thing can't do that, but it never does. So if you think about it, this is more like a vacation home for Paluma, Raytheon, and all those things that can fly. Because they don't actually have to stay here and they know it. They just do it because it's fun, apparently. Yeah. You thought we were capturing him. They fucking love it here. You heard me right. They could leave, but they're not leaving. Your argument is invalid. That was bad. But yeah. That always annoyed me. It's like, they can fly. Why ain't they leaving, Jim? That was bad. That was the tail right there, too. I looked right at the tail and went right in. Nope. Invisibility frame that shit. And yeah, you're going to be noticing a lot of tactical life stealing towards the end of this. A lot of tactical life stealing. Why? Oh, no particular reason. Don't pay attention to my potion count or anything. Oh, that was such a dick move. You saw how close that was to landing? Fucking close. Oh, yep, there's the bleeds. The bleed rocks. I don't even know how that stunned you. I hit you right in the buttocks. This is not a good place to be. Well, he's enraged, so that shit's about to be doubled up on. As soon as he does his little tail whap. But that's not a tail whap. He's about to do the that thing again. My health reserves. She ain't pretty. You might have noticed this. We're halfway through the fight. And I'm down to, what, 2 mega potions? Oh yeah, no, we're doing this in one life. Yep. I promise you that. We are doing this in one life. We're not fainting. None of that pussy shit. Now, you just gotta play smart. Once you're done playing dumb, you gotta play smart. Yep. That was my thoughts. I'm like, I'm not trying to piss off the already enraged Nargacuga. I'm just trying to fight the Paolumu, man. Let me live my life. But he wouldn't let me live my life. You know, he was going right after me. You take a few swings at something with an ultra great sword, and all of a sudden, everybody loses their shit. No, but seriously, this guy is not letting me have any kind of freedom whatsoever. While all I'm trying to do is eat, man, for real. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to eat me a steak over here. I consider it rightly pretty rude for them to keep giving chase, but thankfully, they kind of were having fun with each other over there. So that was pretty cool. Next on the docket should be to, what's the word? Get my weapon resharpened. Oh, that was some shit. Kind of, even though it was totally fair. I couldn't really see what happened there, but I don't think I got hit. Oh, he did his little tail whap. Alright. So I should be trying to sharpen my weapon any time here. Oh, he fell asleep again. Thought that happened already 3 times. Well, it didn't last very long, so may as well. Oh, hi, how you doing? I just wanted to go this way. Nope. You notice how much I'm running around like a jackass during this interim? Yeah, I'm noticing. Of course, I mean, now I just cut my own operating field within half, so this was a poorly thought out decision. In my defense, he was riding that line pretty hard and I gave it a shot. You know, you gotta... You don't ever win if you don't try. So I tried to cut him off again to get my own Paolumu back to myself here. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Putting in some damage here. Just don't you interrupt me. I don't know how I ended up on that side of it, but I wasn't happy about it. I was not happy about being on the same side as old Nargacuga. I think I start sharpening here once they're all playing with each other over there. Yep. I was like, well, y'all have fun sleeping. I'm just gonna go back to white sharpness and get ready to kick some more ass. Yep. That's the way you do things. He's dead, Jim. I was like, oh good. Now it's just Nargacuga. Now I got another 20 minutes to kill Nargacuga. That should be fun, right? Considering it took me like, what, half an hour to kill it the first time by its goddamn self. So yeah, this was kind of an impressive DPS race nonetheless, with my little greatsword here. And yeah, if you don't have a stir of jerky, which I didn't know I would need because I didn't get hit with the goddamn bleed the first time, that makes it a lot easier so you don't have to sit there. Alright? was like, you know what? You know what? If you're gonna be like this, come on. Get in the fucking trap. I'm gonna carve that thing. Get in the fucking trap, you dick. Oh, now you get tired. It's funny how you only get tired when I do shit. You don't get tired any other time. You saw it? Every time I do something remotely intelligent, the game's like, he's tired. He's not actually gonna be anywhere near you now, so fuck you. Oh, you want to do damage? Oh, he's tired over there. You could have been doing damage, but not anymore, you know? Game chooses the worst goddamn times in the game's history of mankind to ever get tired when I'm in the middle of a greatsword fight. Every time. Half the world away, that's when he gets tired. Not when I'm right there. When I'm half a world away. It's like tactical laziness on the game's part. It's like, well, he has to be lazy at some point. Let's do it when the player's half a world away. That's the time to do it, right? I mean, from a tactical standpoint, it's true. That is the best time to do it. It just pisses me off. That's what it does. Yep. So this is an opportunity, as you might well have guessed, to get as much damage as you can into the big pissed off Wolverine-looking thing, and yeah, try not to die. Save us, wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Damn it, you did nothing. This is why you don't trust your life to those things. If you try and trust your life to the tube man more than once every few, I don't know, fucking forever. I was like, maybe I can land something fancy here. Nope. That was gutsy too. That was some pretty ballsy shit right there. I knew he was gonna do the little spinny thing twice, so I even planned that shit. I just didn't plan it well enough. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna fucking try it again. Maybe he'll go forward this time. I almost did. I mean, I didn't, but I almost did. I keep trying different things, different variations of the same crap, and it just don't work. So he's just gonna keep doing it, of course. That's the game's design. He's like, well, fuck it. Game player keeps falling for this shit. I'm gonna keep doing it then. That makes sense, right? This is not a very greatsword friendly fight, if you haven't noticed. We're fighting Beyblade the goddamn fight. That's what this is, because that's all he does, it seems like, in the past 2 minutes is just spin, spin. He's like Lunastra. I will never forgive that fight. That fight was Beyblade the fight. Spin, 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 spin. Okay, maybe I'll occasionally have her do some kind of fire breath. Spin, spin, spin. You get the point. I goddamn hate Lunastra. Tail swipe, the fight. At least this thing, the tail swipe's easy enough to dodge if you're not bad like I am. This, however, it's fairly easy to, you know, as long as you notice the thing's eyes aren't red, it's fairly easy to dodge. It's just, I misread his, where the hell his tail whap goes. Because I'm used to, if he's going to wind up, he does it in front of him, but he turns around and does it. Lucky I didn't get smacked by that. So, of course, when I want him to move, he does that. And does this. I'm like, no, no, no. You're gonna get on this. And he did. Because fuck playing around with this asshole anymore. I ain't doing it. I'm going and using all the tricks at my disposal with this thing. Nope. Didn't want to get stunned. Didn't want to, you're not gonna make me. That was wishful thinking. That was just bad. Yeah, this is a gauntlet match. You might notice I've been healing less and less and less and less. Well, because it's sort of by necessity. I'm almost out of restoratives. Trying to utilize the old lifesteal. Especially when he is enraged. I don't really want to sit right next to him. You can sit right next to him when he's enraged, but you better know what you're doing as far as dodging goes, which I don't, as you might know, which you might well have noticed. So I tend to play. I knew I still had about 15 minutes, so I was still good because I'm pretty sure he can die in 15 minutes, so I didn't want to basically get myself killed for no real reason. That was bad. But yeah. I keep trying to do something fancy, and it never works. So I was like, I'm just going to get the big old true charge on your ass, man. Wasn't quite sure how long he would stay there, so I opted for the not full true charge, but, you know, better than not landing one at all. I've learned that lesson somewhat. I always forget where he puts that tail whap. Every time. He puts it behind him, not in front of him. Turns around. For some reason I think he's going to do the tail whap, then turn around and then swing in the same direction he's looking. He doesn't. He swings, he puts it in the direction he's not looking. It's just fucking weird. So, I mean, I'm still getting used to him, as you might well notice. Running out of potions. We only got about another 6 minutes of this fight left. I know you're going, how long has this fight been? Oh, you know, 25 minutes so far, give or take a minute or two. This is not going to work. Yep. And I deserve that stun. I deserve every second of that stun. Don't know how I didn't get hit there, but hey, I'm not going to argue with it. Of course, the game's like, we're going to make you waste this shit. Why? Fuck you, that's why. And I chose a bad time to heal. But that's not important, alright? It's the game's fault. This is not a good place to be. Trying to get fancy with true charges with this thing is just a recipe for getting your ass hit. It's just not a good idea. Nope. Yeah, just nope, not a good place to be either. It's like, well, I just gotta rely on my life stealing at this point, so fuck it, I'm going big. Going big did not work, however. I should have went home. Ooh, that would have been the end of that attempt if I got hit by that. Like I said, I was trying to go full-on lifesteal here. That's all I got as far as getting this shit, like, fine, squared away, health-wise. So it kind of forced me to up my game a little bit here, which is cool and all, but it was nerve-wracking as all shit. Because I have to basically learn not to get hit, but still hit the other thing, which is what I should have been doing anyway the whole time. So this was kind of a learning experience. I had to learn how to hit this thing and not get hit. You know, kind of the cornerstone of most Monster Hunter hunts. Don't get hit. And what better way to do it than, you know, being out of restoratives, right? It's like trial by fire. Yeah, I've actually kind of learned that move now. So, haha. Back to full health, baby. That's how a hunter does it. This is not how a hunter does it. He's enraged. I didn't want to be stunned, okay? That's my reasoning. At least I didn't keep trying to do fancy shit. For some reason I forgot he does that twice. I don't know why I did. I knew it was intellectually going to happen, but I said, fuck it. I am just not going to do anything about it. Nope. He's going to do it again. I didn't want to waste a charge on that either. That was just absolutely terrible, and I was getting tired, as you might well have noticed. I don't think this is gonna... I mean, to be fair, if I just kept swinging through that with the other thing, it would have worked, but I'd been dead. You know, I never noticed the red blinking on my minimap. Does that mean he's low on health? Because I thought normally it was skulls coming out of the thing and meant it's low on health. Or does that just mean it's in battle? I think that means it's in battle. Thank you, Felicita, for paralyzing the thing. It means the world. Truly, it does. Gave me a full heal. Nope. Just gotta take what you can get with this big boy. You're not gonna be landing true charges left, right, and center here. It's just not the way it's gonna work. I mean, you can, we've seen it happen, but it's very difficult to do. Oh, you dig. There's only so many ways you could have dodged that, and you chose that one particular way. Stop getting me in the corner. I don't want to be in the corner. Ah, coffee. Oh, jeez. This fight's still going on. Don't know how I managed to avoid that. I thought I got hit. Nope. Didn't want to be stunned. I don't know if that's actually any faster than just eating the what do you want to call that? The roar stun, but it sure feels faster. And yes, I'm becoming a little more adept with the evasion mantle. I don't know if that's actually good or not, because it kind of leads to a very... what's the word? Risky playstyle, which I guess is kind of the greatsword's MO. But you gotta be 100% like damn sure of where the thing's going to be and where you're going to be, because otherwise it's basically useless. Like that, I was a little late, did nothing for me. You know, if you could stop just turning everywhere, that'd be great. It's like, well, I'm just gonna take the for sure big hit and risk the second one. I mean, it still worked. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. Nope. That should have procced, I think, but it didn't. You know something? How few times he's done his tail slam attack? It's not a lot. He did that, what, 3 times that entire goddamn fight? 3 times? That's when you're supposed to be able to hit him. But yeah, that's how you solo Fedolo that. It was miserable. Kinda fun. And I would recommend people do it at least once by yourself. The second time, oh yeah, I joined a group. Much more fun, much easier to do it that way. But I got my tickets for my... They ruined my boy sword. They ruined my Wyvern Ignition. But I'm still going to craft it, so... oh well. I just like the way it looks, and you're not going to stop me. Because I want another rocket sword. Yeah. Whatever. I'll be happy with whatever master rank upgrade I get, which will be the upgrade to this big boy. So, that's all I got for today and this week. Hopefully, I will see you all next week. Later, everyone. Until then.